Hey everybody, it's Right Lane Cowboy with another Milepost Music. Hope everybody's having a good time out there and enjoying their holidays, seeing family and everything. I get to be home, but not on the holidays. I get to be home, in between the holidays. I'd rather be out here running on the holidays. It's better money. We need people out here to keep groceries going. But anyway, I was thinking, for the last few, I've always thought of this subject that I'm going to talk about for as long as I can remember. There's things in this world that intrigue your mind, that pique your interest, and make you go, I wonder what's going on there. Is there really a world beyond the mirror? Do people actually leak out of the mirror and live in our world? Yeah, I know, it's kind of weird, but I think I can prove it. They all write with their left hand. Anyway, there's a tree. When it falls in the woods and no one's around, does it make a sound? Things that make you go, If whatever's in front of you is still there when you close your eyes. All these different things that people ask and, wonder about. There's one that I have always, or out of all of those, there's one that I've always thought about. When a car is driving down the road, is the tire moving or is it standing still? I don't even know. We see the tire, that doesn't separate from the car goes down the road and it stays there. It stays with the car. But if you take a picture or take a video of a car going down the road and you zoom in on the tire, the part of the tire that's touched the ground is perfectly still. The rest of the tire is rolling across the top of it. So is the tire moving or is the tire standing still? I have asked a lot of people about this and I have never gotten any definitive answer at all, if it's standing still or if it's moving. Anyway, think about that. Ponder it a little while. I don't know about you, but to me, I get stuck on that. It's a hook. It's just like a hook in a fish. I can't get off of it. I can't let go of it. And this has been going on with me for years and years, decades now. Is the tire moving or is the tire standing still? It's intriguing and I can't figure it out. I don't know, maybe that just makes me silly up in the head. I don't know. So anyway, there's another thing I wanted to talk about over and above that. It was a guy that I was talking to, and a rookie. And I think to a point we're all rookie drivers out here on the road. If we don't need to learn anything when we wake up, I guess we better park the truck and go home because we've done it all. There's all kinds of things we learn on a daily basis, and I reckon that goes for just about any industry out there. But this guy asked me, he goes, what do you do for nutrition on a truck? And I found that kind of weird. There's other people that have asked me, how do you back that truck in? I can back a truck in pretty much anywhere you want me to back it. I've got incredible backing experience with driving, backing trailers into Family Dollar accounts and backing into oil field. I spent 7 years in the oil field. Well, 5 years in the oil field up in Colorado. I think I've talked about some of the backing experiences I've had up there. But anyway, people ask me about backing, and I give them pointers here and there. People ask me about, hours management. We got what's called hours of service out here on the road. We have 14 hours to accomplish 11 hours of drive time, and if we meet any one of those, the first one we meet, we have to shut down for 10 hours in order to drive again. Come on past me, buddy. Good grief, man. Driving along with his foot up on the dashboard. I don't understand that. It's an 18-wheeler. But anyway, anyway, this guy asked me, he says to me, I don't understand how the heck how I'm gonna stay thin. He goes, how do you do it? You know, because I'm not huge. I'm not a rail. I'm moderate. I'm right up around, 180, 190 pounds or whatever it is. When I was in high school, my last year of high school was in 92, and when I come out of high school, I was 120 pounds. I couldn't break 120 pounds until 2005. I was a stick. It was ridiculous how small I was, and I could eat everybody's meal, plus a gallon of ice cream, and I could still never gain weight. Well, anyway, my metabolism decided to slow down around 2005, and I started gaining weight. Well, fast forward to 2014, and all of a sudden I'm out OTR, and I'm eating truck stop chili dogs and chips and soda pops, and man alive, I shot right up to 200 pounds, just bam. Just kind of blew up. I was trying to think of that movie where that guy says, man, I went to jail, you was black, and all of a sudden, boom. Anyway, I digress. So, he asked me, I said, so what's wrong? He goes, I've only been out there on the road since, what did he tell me? Late 2019? And he's already gained 65 pounds. I said, well, stop eating daggone truck stop chili dogs, man. Start cooking on the truck. He goes, I don't know how to cook. Well, it's not that hard. YouTube video taught me how to cook, I watched my wife cook. I mean, shoot, before I became an OTR driver, my mommy took care of me, By mommy, I mean wife. I'll admit it, I'm not proud. And, hell, she's a damn good cook. Excuse my French, she's a darn good cook. She cooked, she got me addicted early on. When we first got married, she got me addicted to lemon pepper chicken. I love that stuff. Now I cook it quite often on the truck. Got the lemon pepper seasoning up in the overhead compartment. I just pull out my grill and throw some, I got a George Foreman, little mini George Foreman grill. And I'll pull that out, and I'll put a boneless, skinless slab of chicken on there, a breast, cook it up, chop it up. I'll cook it up with the seasoning on it, and I'll chop it up and throw it in a salad or whatever. And he's like, well, that sounds easy. I was like, it's incredibly easy. I said, another thing you got to do is eat a lot of greens, a lot of salad, baby spinach. I can't think of the name of the lettuce. It's real long and lanky, kind of lacy. Romaine lettuce or something like that. I can't think of what it is. But anyway, it's good stuff. Green peas, chickpeas. I told him, I said, stay away from your nightshade plants, tomatoes, eggplants, corn, stuff like that. That's all has lectins in it. It tears your, it's like eating sandpaper. And he goes, well, that sucks. I love tomatoes. I'm like, yeah, well, so do I. And I like green tomatoes too. I like fried green tomatoes. Those are really good. But I had to get away from them and start eating the good stuff. And I said, when you eat salad, don't put ranch on it. Go get yourself some balsamic vinegar. Get yourself some Italian. Get the oily stuff with the olive oil in it. And he asked me straight up. He goes, well, what do you eat? And he was just parked, a couple trucks down from me. And I said, come on, I'll show you. And I pulled out, what I was going to make for dinner that night. And I buy these great big things of baby spinach. And I'll take these baby spinach and I'll stack them up, and I'll rip them up, throw them in there, and put a bunch of carrots in there, chop up a red onion, which is my absolute favorite. I like eating those almost like they're apples. But I'll chop that up in there, and I was explaining to him all the reasons for these different vegetables, for these different greens. You got to have them. I was telling them about probiotics and prebiotics. You could eat all the probiotics you want to. If you don't eat prebiotics, they're absolutely useless. Probiotics are a bacteria. If you put bacteria in your stomach, then you got to give it some food. Well, the bacteria doesn't eat just anything. You eat a bunch of probiotics and then eat a hamburger, and there's nothing in that hamburger unless it has an onion on it that the probiotics are going to eat. prebiotics are the food that the probiotics eat, and when they eat it, it gives off a chemical that helps to heal your gut, heals the leaky gut syndrome, strengthens the one layer cell thick that your gut, consists of. It's also good for, joints and skin, and all kinds of different things. Just there's dozens and dozens of good reasons as to why you should eat this stuff. So anyway, I told him, I said, don't use ranch, use something like balsamic vinegar is what I use. Newman's Own is my absolute favorite vinegar. I'd drink that stuff in a coffee cup if I could, but it's probably not good to do that. And then I put extra virgin olive oil on top of that. Well, he saw that I had already made up a bowl of extra virgin olive oil and spices. And he goes, what are you going to use that on? I said, that's dipping. I take my French bread, or my Italian bread, and dip it in. No, French bread? No, it's Italian bread, and dip it in there. I'll dip that in just the bread. I'll tear it, it's sliced up, and I'll take that and dip it in there. And I have cracked pepper, minced onions, or chopped onions. Anyway, dried onions. Italian seasoning. And parsley. And I'll put that in there, salt and pepper, and I'll let it soak. I'll let that stuff, marinate in that extra virgin olive oil for a couple hours, and then when I'm eating dinner, I'll take a piece of bread and dip it and eat that. Extra virgin olive oil has incredible advantages to your health. Helps with digestion. I actually read something where it says brush your teeth with extra virgin olive oil because the oil has a way of lifting stains and pulling them away from your teeth. It doesn't necessarily clean like the tartar off your teeth or anything like that, but it does pull them stains out of there for some reason. I don't know how it does it, but I read about that. I'm not going to do it. I can't bring myself to brush my teeth with oil. Ugh, I can't do that for some reason. So he goes, okay, I'm going to try that. I said, and you're going to save money doing it. Because, there's sometimes I'll get stuck in a 2-3 week, I think I just said it a little bit ago, 2 or 3 week stretch of eating truck stop chili dogs and pizza. Their meatloaf is really good. They got a really good meatloaf meal at the Pilot truck stop that's out of this flipping world. And you can get mac and cheese and green beans or mashed potatoes and gravy and all that stuff with it too. It's a really good meal, but it costs a bunch. It's like $18. Last time I bought it was in Cheyenne, and it was one meal was $18. Holy crap, man! You can spend a lot of money eating like that, and you'll plump up. It's really not the healthiest meal. He goes, well, one of my problems is soda pops. I said, that's an easy fix. I just got off of soda pops. Took about a month to do it. I used to drink when I was old enough to ride my bicycle down to Bob's Bargain Barn on Stewart Avenue in Medford, Oregon, and I would buy a 32-ounce 32-ounce soda pop, a Pepsi, and I'd ride back and that would be my, I'd help out in the backyard or whatnot. That would be my I don't want to say payment, just, a little gift that my dad would give me 2 quarts, I'd go down and buy one. But that was when I was like 12, 13 years old, and I've been drinking 32-ounce soda pops ever since. Now, I know everybody out there thinks I'm like 25 or 30 years old, but I'm not. I'm 50, and I've been drinking them ever since, and it's destroyed my gut, man. Holy crap. It has really destroyed my gut, and it's caused massive heartburn, and it's taken a little bit to get that repaired through good diet, exercise, whatnot. But to wean myself off of that, and I was telling this guy that, it's real easy. I said, how much ice in your soda pop? He goes, oh, I put about, 2-3 inches in the bottom of the cup. I said, fill it up. Right to the top. Pack it full of ice, and then fill it full of, put your soda pop in there. I said, you'll get your soda pop fix. You'll get that bubbly goodness that's nice and sugary and happy. And by the time you're got your fill of soda pop, it's gone. And you got nothing but ice in there. Yeah? And I said, now, you put the water in there. Instead of drinking 30 ounces, 25 or 30 ounces of soda pop, you drank maybe between 6 and 10 ounces of soda pop, and now you're drinking water. You got your fix. He goes, all right. And I said, do that with the 44-ounce cup for about a week, maybe 2 weeks, and then move to a 32-ounce cup and do the same thing. And before you know it, your body's not craving that soda pop the way it used to. Because you forced yourself to think you're getting a cup full of soda when you're getting just a little bit of soda, and now you're drinking water. Or supposed to be drinking water. I said, number 2, the second way you get off of that soda pop is in the morning, when you wake up thirsty, grab yourself a bottle of water and shove it down. Drink a half a bottle of water down right now. Get that in your tummy and get yourself hydrated, because we've dehydrated ourselves overnight. And that's going to help you to curb that craving for hydration that you're conditioned into thinking that you need to have a soda pop, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? So he shook my hand and thanked me, and he says, you know what, I'm gonna go do this. He said, you'll spend a little bit of money, but not as much as you'll spend in the truck stops with all that junk. So that is what I've been thinking about for the last couple of days. I thought I'd share it down mine for a while. I still haven't gotten any comments down there below in the comment section of any of my videos, I don't think. I've looked. And about anything that you guys wonder about, truck drivers out here on the road. There's a lot to it. It seems simple when you see us out here, but it's not. There's a lot to driving a truck. So anyway, I hope everybody has the remainder of fun in their holidays, or the fun in the remainder of their holidays, rather. And hope everybody gets what they want on Christmas and gets to see family. Oh, and by the way, keep those guys up there. Where is that called? Moscow. Up in Moscow, Idaho. Keep those guys in your prayers. There was a quadruple homicide up there, and they still haven't caught the guy. So keep that in your prayers, and make sure that let's hope and pray that they get that guy. That those people have closure. So anyway, you guys have a good time, and when you're out here on the highway, keep the blubber above the rubber. Later.